Aloha kako guys, and welcome back to Just and True. I know it's been a while. Sorry, I've been just chilling, a little busy, not making any videos, but I did want to get on because there's some big important news today, as everybody knows, about this explosion that went on in Beirut, up in Lebanon. Now, there is a lot of misinformation out there pointing fingers at Hezbollah and pointing fingers at Iran and pointing fingers in the wrong direction. And I just want to point out to you guys that this is not an attack from Hezbollah. This is not an attack from Iran to Lebanon. That wouldn't make any sense because Lebanon has been a staging ground and the Lebanese have been helping and aiding the Iranian government and Hezbollah in creating weapons there and smuggling weapons through not only that port area, but also right next to it there's two sites where back in 2008, Benjamin Netanyahu claimed and had information and satellite footage saying that that's where they were creating surface-to-surface missiles. And then just days ago, I think it was last week, he said if Lebanese officials don't pull Hezbollah out of Lebanon, they're going to act. They warned Iran, they warned Lebanon. He just said that, I think it was like last week. So if you just put that simple information together, that Lebanon is actually the staging ground itself and the environment is an ally, whether it's an official ally or not, to Hezbollah. It is an ally to Hezbollah. Hezbollah was creating weapons there. Hezbollah was using the port to smuggle in weapons because it is a border country to Israel, and they were going to use weapons to strike Israel. Now, what Israel did is they said for years that this specific place in Beirut, is a threat because they create weapons and smuggle weapons there. And then we have all the height lately that's been happening with the Golan and in the West, in the Gaza Strip, and what's happening recently in Hezbollah's threats and Israel's threats. And then just recently, Benjamin Netanyahu comes out and says that he will act if Hezbollah does not pull out. He said something's happening in this area, this exact area we're talking about today with the explosion, and if they don't pull out, then he's going to act on it. So the information and the evidence, just the basic evidence, points to the fact that probably Israel-United States allied joint strike happened, or it could have been Israel by themselves. But it was an attack, and it wasn't an attack. It was not an attack of terrorism. It wasn't an attack of Iran. It was not an attack of Hezbollah. It was an attack of Israel on a known Hezbollah smuggling and weapons creating source and place installation. In no way, for no reason, would Hezbollah attack their own ally, or would Iran attack their own ally. It doesn't make any sense. So just don't take this from me. Do your own research, but know that this is big, that they could be claiming this as a false flag. We'll see what happens within the next few days, what the official story turns out to be. Of course, we all know right now, Lebanese officials are saying that it was a building fire because of some fireworks manufacturing problem. That's obviously not the case with the significant force of the explosion. So we'll see what's happening, but I can guarantee you what I think is gonna happen is you're gonna have the United States pointing fingers on Iran and Hezbollah, and that's gonna maybe give them a little bit of more power to go into Lebanon and go into Israel and to possibly use this as a false flag attack to provoke a war with Iran. I do not think this is an attack from Iran. I think this is an attack from Israel to Lebanon and to Hezbollah in that area. Other than that, aloha kako, mahalo guys, thank you for coming in. Keep well, God bless, pray for the people out there, and it doesn't matter what your religion is, doesn't matter where you are, we are all children of God. Christ loves us all, he's the Redeemer of all of us, he's not the Redeemer of just Christians, so please pray for these people. Other than that, I love you guys, and have a good day. Mahalo, bye.